If you look at the history of mankind, human beings, the human creature, in whatever form it was here, Australopithecus, Homo erectus, uh, Neanderthal, whatever, mankind was autonomous. We as creatures were autonomous. We had control over our actions, ourself. We, each individual, made their own decisions however they wanted on a daily basis for millions of years. Millions of years. We made our own decisions. Each one of us made our own decision every single day, all by ourselves, with nobody telling us what to do. And now, in the modern day, when we're supposed to be more advanced, we're supposed to be more enlightened, we're supposed to be smarter, we're supposed to be better, we're supposed to have a better life, we make relatively few decisions for ourselves. Almost every decision that we make is already made for us by somebody else. Our decisions are made for us. And why is that? Because 10, 20, 30, about 38,000 years ago, a certain group of people started meeting in secret. That's how they started, in secret. And they decided, these people decided that were meeting in secret, that they were going to determine what happened to the people who were not in the meeting. This group of people decided we're going to dictate to them how they're going to behave. And that little cult that met in secret 30,000, 40,000 years ago, met in secret 30,000, met in secret 20,000, met in secret 10,000, and figured out how to completely rule, how to completely control, how to completely manipulate everybody else. You ever heard the term us and them? There's a big difference between look, the middle class and their rulers, us and them. Who is them? Who is them? We're all human beings. We're all Homo sapiens. We all walk on two legs, most of us. We all have we all breathe air. Why is there this divide in society? Why is there this divide in the world? Because I'm telling you, there's a group of people that have worked religiously for tens of thousands of years to control you. And I say you because it's 1% of the population. So you're probably in the 99% that's being controlled. So you have your rulers, which in our case, in America, I live in America, which in our case are lawmakers, officials, government bureaucrats. government officials in agencies. And they meet together and they talk about how you're going to live. Now, there's a meeting of, let's say, the Senate that's broadcast on, what do you call it, C-SPAN. You can watch it, but you can guarantee that those people have met in secret before they ever show up on the floor to cast any vote. You can be sure with 100% certainty that every congressperson who makes a vote has met in secret and knows how they're going to vote when you get to watch them on TV, on C-SPAN. And if they're in their duty and you try to stop them from doing it, you will get hurt. You will get violence. This is actually what separates your rulers from you. See, you're out here holding a sign. They're out here holding a gun. You're out here talking, trying to work things out. They're standing there saying nothing with a gun. You're sitting here saying we're all in this together and we're going to get through this and we need to find an answer. And they're sitting there telling you this is the answer. You're going to live with it. And if you don't, we're going to kick you out. We're going to hurt you. We're going to arrest you. We're going to make sure you're not heard. We're going to silence you. We're going to do everything we can to control you. And who is we? Once again, it's these cult members, these guys that have been meeting in these groups for tens of thousands of years. Here's a guy walking into an office or a room in the Austin Capitol, right? Here they are. Here they are. Here's all the cult members. Look at them. These are all the guys that have controlled you over decades. And before this, they would put them in statues. They would draw them on walls. And before that, they would just acknowledge who they were. What happened was this cult figured out, let's say 38,000 years ago, you had a very small group of people meeting in secret, right? And if you could figure out that this guy was doing something that you don't consider right, you didn't like, you could actually take him out of the equation and the whole thing would crumble. So let's say, for instance, in 8,000 BC, if there was a quote unquote king, who was leading Babylon, and all the Bedouins came in and threw him out of his chair and pushed him out of the city gates, he was done. So what this cult figured out was we create an office, we create a position, we create a title. And that way, that title will never go away. That position will never go away. So here you have governor, 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 one after another. And if this guy dies, guess what? We got another one. This guy dies, we get another one. This guy dies, we just get another one. So guess what's going to happen for the next 20,000, 40,000, 80,000, 500,000 years? You're going to have a governor. You're going to have somebody telling you what to do. And if you attempt in any way, shape, or form to stop them, look what happened to this guy. Got sentenced to 4 years. And what was the charge? You have to go down here to get the actual charge here. A felony charge of obstruction of an official proceeding. That's it. Didn't get charged with violence. Didn't get charged with hurting anybody. Didn't jump in. Didn't beat anybody. Nothing. He got charged with obstruction of an official proceeding. That means if you interrupt these guys when they're in this room, here's the room. They're in this room having a meeting and you interrupt them, you stop them, you try to change the people who are ruling you, and you try to talk to the people who are ruling you, try to do anything, what are they going to do to you? They're going to hurt you. That's the difference between them, your rulers, your leaders, your officials, and you. They will hurt you. This guy, quote unquote, encountered Chuck Schumer. Now, what do you think happened when he encountered Chuck Schumer? Nothing, because Chuck Schumer has a guy next to him with a gun. Chuck Schumer has a guy next to him with a gun. That's what's so disingenuous about these people. They pretend to be peaceful. They pretend to be civilized. They pretend to be caring. They pretend to want the best for you. But if you come near them, they will hurt you. If you come near this guy, if you come near this guy and say, I don't like what you're doing to me, I don't like you taking my money, I don't like you making decisions for me, I don't like any of that, they will hurt you. This guy got 4 years in jail for not for chasing Chuck Schumer, but for interrupting Chuck Schumer. And it's these people right here, they're in the cult. Fatally shot a man in a wheelchair. See, that's the difference between a ruler and you. Most people in this audience don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to see somebody hurt. They don't want to see a guy in a wheelchair get shot. Give him a gun and say, shoot this guy. Here, shoot this guy. Most of these people wouldn't do it. Guess who would? He would. And guess who would tell him to shoot him? This guy would. That's the difference between peaceful people and your quote unquote rulers. Is your rulers will tell this guy, shoot him. Yeah, shoot him. I want you to shoot him. Whereas most people right here be like, no, what is there any other way we can work this out? Can we help the guy? So you have to realize that you are being ruled, you are being controlled, and all your decisions are being made for you by somebody else, not by you.